Ethan Couch, the Texas teen who went on the run with his mother, is in a detention center in Mexico this morning fighting extradition after being captured last week and could spend months locked up there in Mexico. ABC's Matt Gutman is in Houston with the latest. Good morning, Matt.
Good morning, Robin. And the reason for that is that the Affluenza teen's big bucks New Mexican attorney is taking this all the way to the president's office, demanding an explanation of why the Mexican president's office tried to help U.S. Marshals in deporting Couch, and just getting an answer from them could take months.
This morning, both Couches incarcerated. Ethan Couch's mother, Tanya, in this L.A. jail, and the Affluenza teen detained in Mexico City fighting extradition.
What I'm contesting is how come we are deporting somebody in order to maybe be subjected to criminal prosecution.
The Texas teen's newly hired high-priced defense attorney, Fernando Benitez, is trying to keep Couch in Mexico, alleging the government tried to pull a fast one by deporting Ethan and not extraditing him, a process which could take up to a year.
It seems to me that if they wanted to, they could pay him as much money as they want to drag this thing out as long as they want to.
The 18-year-old and his mother, Tanya Couch, fleeing Texas after this video of the teen went viral on Twitter, allegedly showing him at a boozy party in possible violation of his probation for the drunken driving crash that killed 4 in 2013. Authorities say Ethan skipped his probation, the son and mother driving in Tanya's truck over 1,200 miles to Puerto Vallarta, the high rollers living in low profile in this shabby rental and spotted in a local butcher shop in this exclusive footage, all until Mexican police working with U.S. Marshals caught up with mother and son last Monday.
So it was a very high priority for us to make sure that we found him and got him back.
As Ethan lingers in Mexico, his mother hustled back to the U.S., escorted to Los Angeles, refusing to answer reporters' questions. Tanya is now in jail on a $1 million bond, set to appear in court tomorrow, charged with hindering the apprehension of a felon. Her attorney saying in a statement, the public may not like what she did, may not agree with what she did, but Tanya did not violate any law.
Big day tomorrow for the Couch as Tanya faces that deportation hearing, sending her from L.A. to Texas. Her attorney tells us she probably won't fight it. And a big decision for Ethan Couch in Mexico. He's got to decide whether or not to fight that deportation, which could keep him in that Mexico City lockup for months, or face the music back here in Texas. Robin.
All right, Matt. ABC's Dan Abrams is here to talk more about that. You said you're baffled by this.
I don't know why he'd be fighting extradition there, because as a practical matter, he's going to get sent back. There is a treaty between Mexico and the United States which is going to ensure he eventually gets sent back. So in the meantime, he's going to serve effectively time in a detention center that extends the amount of time he's going to spend behind bars, because he's going to come back here, he's going to get sentenced to a certain amount of time, and the court here may not recognize the time he spent in Mexico. So I don't know why he's fighting this. If I were him, I would just come back here. Remember, he's only facing a max of 120 days.
That's it. So he's not even facing a lot of time back, because in juvenile court.
That's right. That's right. So the first thing they're going to have to do is get it transferred to adult court. If the prosecutors are able to do that, then he faces up to 120 days. If it doesn't get transferred to adult court, he could be facing even less than that. Regardless, he's facing very little time behind bars, so why not just come back, serve the time, get it over with? Instead, he's in a dingy Mexican detention center serving more time.
Despite what the mother's lawyer is saying, you are saying that she could be facing significant jail time.
She faces up to 2 to 10 years behind bars, but she's got real legal arguments here. So she can definitely argue that she didn't know that this was a felony, and that she's going to even argue that there wasn't a felony in place.
She could...
Yeah, no, meaning that he wasn't at the time a convicted felon. She's going to say it was a probation violation. Therefore, the hindering apprehension claim shouldn't be applicable here.
That's the difference there.
Yeah.
All right, Dan.
Okay,
thank
guys,
you.
thanks.